Welcome back to the channel, and today will be, I believe, the first of a series we're going to start doing where I recap the MLS match days, talk about what happened that weekend, things that are going on, and some other stuff happening. Because I do like the MLS, and it's really good. It goes on through the summer. It gives me something to do weekly, and I watch most of these games anyway. I find them very fascinating, whether it's background noise or I'm actually locked in. So I thought I would just do that, and we just go from there. We'll start off with the first match on the board, St. Louis, Charlotte. Very interesting draw here. We had one of the crazier performances from a goalie in a long time. Christian Kalina, he had 10 saves, which is nuts, in a 1-1 draw against St. Louis. St. Louis was a favorite in this game at home, and we saw Charlotte open up their second season in MLS, I believe. Wilfred Zaha, the legend, is still there. He had an assist on the goal to P. Beal. Who's P. Beal? P. Beal would be Pep Beal. So something to look out there. He's a Spanish midfielder. Any guys like this? Let's see. He played over in Europe for a little bit. So that's what we have in that game. I'll do a full breakdown when I can. I wanted to do a full prediction video, but just how the MLS is, and there's still guys coming in and out. We'll see how that goes. Actually, breaking news a minute ago. But looking at the next game, Cincinnati, Atlanta, one of our good friends of the channel, big Cincinnati fan. They won 2-0. I believe this is a new signing. I can look real quick. No, he was there last year. Kevin Denke from Togo. He scored, got on the score sheet there, along with who was this guy? Got subbed on at the end. No, he didn't get subbed on. Who is it? Oh, it's one of their defenders. Nick Hagland got a goal as well. The big news, though, in this game, from what I could see and what I remembered, was Evander got subbed off in the first half. 13 minutes into the game with an injury. It looked like it was a hamstring, according to my source, Cincinnati fan. So he's going to be okay. And it was, they thought it was like a longer term thing, but he should be all right. Atlanta, they don't have Brad Guzan anymore. I think he's like a coach. They brought in Gerardo Martino. I've heard about this guy. Apparently, he's like a big deal. He was the manager of Inter Miami, right when I believe before Messi came in. They still got Miguel Almiron, who we'll see a lot of in the World Cup in the group against the United States. He's obviously Paraguayan. So, yeah, Cincinnati was favored to win. They got the job done. They're one of the better teams this season. So we'll be seeing more about them. First West Coast game, Vancouver versus Salt Lake. Vancouver, one of the better teams in the league. Salt Lake was a huge underdog in this game. I couldn't even tell you a guy on their team that I recognize. Oh, DeAndre Yedlin. There you go. Used to be on the U.S. team. I don't know if they have anybody else here. Diego Luna, the U.S. midfielder. He's currently out right now with injury. So we'll see. Maybe he'll get some of him going forward. Because I know they had Arango a couple years ago. He left, though. But the Whitecaps, they got Ben White, a ton of goals last year. They also have Thomas Muller, the legend of Bayern Munich, over here now. They have Sebastian Berhalter, midfielder, really good. And Ezekiel Jackson was the man of the match with the score. Aziel Jackson, excuse me. Overall, a pretty good game from the Whitecaps. They dominated pretty much start to finish. 13 shots, forcing 4 saves. XG was 1.37 to 0.67. So up next, we have the Orlando City versus the New York Red Bulls. Red Bulls. They have one of my favorite players, Cade Cowell. Growing up, he was good. Young kid. And then jokingly, my cousin, Emil Forsberg. I believe they still have Chipu Moteng. Yeah, he got subbed on. He's always fun to watch. I love when the designated players, make a good impact. What's this? We got Marco Pasalic and Martin Odeja back for Orlando City. The man of the match was their goalie. He had 11 saves. It's like, man, what's going on with these games? It's crazy, the stats. So 11 saves is absolutely insane. 22 shots from Red Bulls, 17 from Orlando. Orlando loses at home as their favorite, which is tough. But they got big news just now. Fabrizio Romano gave a here we go to Antoine Griezmann joining Orlando City. That's a crazy signing. Griezmann's out here currently scoring in the Champions League. I think he scored literally like last week, and then tomorrow they play at home against Brugge. I'd imagine he'd join after the season, so he'll come in a month or two, 2 months, so that'll 3 months, excuse me. So that'll be a huge boost to Orlando throughout the season. So if they can just get the start going, it's good, because obviously they don't have Luis Muriel anymore, the Colombian designated player. He moved on. So DC United at home, they were an underdog at home against the Philadelphia Union, and they won. They have Tai Barbo scored. Not many guys on this team I really recognize either. I know they have Sean Johnston, one of the U.S. goalies, back there. I don't know, did Benteke play, or is he hurt? Do they even have him anymore? This is some of the stuff I should know. I'll be getting good. Don't worry. I haven't played as much FIFA this year. No, they don't have Benteke. Where did he go? Is he not in the MLS anymore? That stinks. He was fun. I remember, obviously, FIFA legend. Let me see where Benteke's at. He's been retired. No, he's in. God, where is this? He's in the UAE with Al Walda FC. He played the other day. They actually played Al Ittihad in the UEFA Champions League, or the AFC Champions League. How about that? So the one guy I knew very well on the Red Bulls is gone. Doesn't matter. They got a red card for Eddie Aloha. Is it? What's his name? Ezekiel Alada, one of the strikers for the Philadelphia Union. They've obviously had a bit of a turnover as well. They have Andre Blake still, the Jamaican captain. Kayvon Sullivan got subbed on. And they have the other Sullivan kid who's really good. Quinn Sullivan, right? Is he the one that's the young one? No, it's the young. It is Kayvon Sullivan, right? He's the young guy. Again, great podcast. So yeah, the 16-year-old, he got subbed on. We'll see what he does this year if he gets a full season. Bedoya, I remember from the U.S. national team, but I know they used to have like Guadzog, or the Hungarian guy who's now out there. I think he's on Columbus, but we'll see how they go going forward. I know obviously they're one of the betting favorites to win the whole thing, and being favorite on the road and losing is not great. So next game up, Nashville at home, one of the better teams in the East here. Big favorites over the New England Revs. I know Gill, the captain, Charles Gill, re-upped Leonardo Campana for the Revolution as well. He's Ecuadorian. Where was he? Yeah, he was at he was on Miami a couple years ago. So they got those two to make it happen. They got Matt Turner as well from the U.S. team. As for Nashville, they got a couple good players. They've got, obviously, the big two would be Sam Surridge, the striker, and they got Hani Mukhtar, the midfielder. He's been one of the best players in the MLS. He had a goal in this game. Surridge had 2 goals on 5 shots. So pretty efficient work from him. They dominated again, front to back. When you scored 2 goals in the first 16 minutes, it's a pretty good spot. It was 3-0 at halftime. Job done. They are going to be a very good team this season. And I don't know if they have any guys. I think they got someone. They had a bigger signing. I forgot who it was. Again, great podcasting. But we'll get into it more as we go forward. I think it was Christian Espinoza. He was one of them. They signed him from the Earthquakes. The 30-year-old midfielder from Argentina, played right wing for that game. But yeah, we'll look at it going forward. Yeah, is it this guy, Edvard Sandvik Thesgith? I have a good friend of mine that, he was the guy they signed last year. He didn't do a ton, but he's getting better. So, so we'll see how that is going forward. And up next, Houston, Chicago. Houston was a slight home favorite, plus 120 at home. They took care of business. 2 goals from Guilherme. I'm assuming he's Brazilian. Yes, he is. He has been he signed in from, I believe this is Santos, I think, right? Yeah, Santos. Is that the team? Let me make sure real quick. Sorry. Yeah, Santos. So he was on the teammates with Neymar last year. They've got Jack McGlynn. He's a guy I know he's getting some U.S. stuff, U.S. team talk. I don't know. Is that it? Mateus Bogues. I don't recognize this guy. Yeah, he played for LAFC 2 years ago. He was at Leeds a couple years ago. Yeah, he's been over there. So he's a Polish attacking midfielder, and they've got some other guys in the back. And then we've got what is this? Yeah, Chicago still has Hugo Cyprus up top. He's a Belgian striker. I know DCFC, my team in the USL Championship, Played them in the Open Cup a couple years ago. They killed us. I don't know if. Oh yeah, Jonathan Bamba is still on the team. Very good FIFA card. I know he's. I believe he's switched nations. He used to be French. Yeah, he's Ivory Coast now. When he was over at Lille and Celta Vigo, he was doing a lot of damage for those teams. And then he had a sweet FIFA card. Yeah, as a team of the season left mid for Lille when he was French. So Dallas and Toronto played a game 3-2 Dallas. I believe this is a new signing, Petar Musa. I'm pretty sure he's a Croatian striker. Yeah, he used to play for Benfica a couple years ago, but he's back for his third season at Dallas. He had 2 goals already in the first game. That's a great start to the season. So good for them. I know they have Shaq Moore, former U.S. team member. I don't know if they have anybody else I recognize quickly here. I'm going to learn this league a lot better, I promise. I'm just trying to see if there's any guys I recognize. No, I don't. As for the team they faced the Toronto FC. I recognize Mr. Osario, Jonathan Osario, and Walker Zimmerman's on Toronto. How about that? U.S. team member. I don't know if he still would be, but he might be. And another U.S. team member, Fringe. I know he didn't get it, and it was kind of bad a couple years ago. It was Dorde Mihovic, the attacking midfielder. He scored in this game as well. Both of the Italians, I believe, are gone. I think Insigne is gone as well. I will double check that right now. Lorenzo. I know Bernadeschi is gone. Let's see. Yeah, Lorenzo Insigne. No, he's back in Italy. He is with Pescara in the Serie B. So back there, obviously a Napoli legend. He was at Toronto for 4 seasons. So him and Bernadeschi were pretty good last year. I know he was pretty hurt most of the season. Bernadeschi was doing his thing as he always does. Now looking at the next game, Austin, Minnesota. Again, sorry for the limited analysis. I'm doing my best here. Austin FC, they tied at 2-2. I know they had a bunch of attackers they invested in this year because a couple of them didn't work last year. They had Drusy a couple years ago. They go up against Minnesota, who I know had a good season last year. They've got Kevin Yeboah on Minnesota. They had another striker they had last season. If I recall, I don't see him on this list of guys I recognize right off the bat. Yeah, Brendan Vasquez was a signing. I know they brought him back from Mexico. He was with Monterrey last season. I think that's Monterrey, I'm pretty sure. And then he was with Club Guadalajara before that. So that's a big signing. He's still injured right now, it looks like. So he'll be back going forward. But overall, 2-2 draw. Let's see, it was crazy. Yeah, XG was 1.71 to 1.63. 4 saves to 2 saves, 11 shots to 10 shots. So pretty even game overall. Obviously, draws always big money. Austin was a favorite at home. They scored the first and third goals in this game. So a 90th minute tie up from Yeboah. Good for him. He had a good season last year, if I recall. Yeboah, he's Italian, 26. He used to be on Girona. He had a lot of teams. So maybe he finally settles in here. He had 40 games last year, played 2,500 minutes, scored 13 goals for Minnesota last season. Then we have the game of the week, in my opinion, was LAFC against Inter Miami. I do really like LAFC, and it's because one guy, and I think he's the best player in the MLS. He was in this game. It was not Lionel Messi like you might expect. It's Denis Bouanga. This guy, Gabonian international. He pairs up with Aubameyang when they go to the international team and Mario Lemina. He had 7 shots, 3 on target, 1 blocked. He had a goal and an assist. Heung-min Son obviously is the guy up there as well. Malik Tillman's brother Timothy at the midfield. They got Segura at the back. They got Hugo Lloris, the Spurs and French legend, in goal. A lot of stuff going on for LAFC, and they really went out there and they kicked ass. There was both teams to score was like a crazy favorite. Everyone was betting it. Doesn't matter. I believe a debut for Rodrigo De Paul, if I'm not mistaken. No, I lied to you. He played 17 matches last season. Wow, I guess he would have came in the end of the year. But he was in midfield with Messi. Beltrame is up front now. Jermaine Beltrame. He's a Mexican striker. Came in from Monterrey. Was in the MLS a little bit before that. But yeah, a lot of overturn on this Inter Miami team. They have Thiago Allende on the bench. Suarez came in right at the end. I don't know if they have any injuries. Reguilon, that's right. They signed Sergio Reguilon. Used to be at Spurs, Atletico Madrid, and then he was at Brentford and Man U last season. Yeah, now he's on Inter Miami, helping replace a lot of the guys that had come out there. So they had Busquets retired, Sergio Busquets retired. They brought in Rodrigo de Paul, and then Jordi Alba retired. So they brought in Noah Allen along. He was the guy starting tonight, along with Reguilon when he gets healthy. Aaron Long and Jeremy Abusier on the bench with Jacob Schalfberg for LA. They are a loaded team. LAFC is a loaded team. I like them to win the whole thing. Denis Bouanga, player of the season, all of that. That'll be things I give out potentially going forward. I'll look at the odds and I'll just crunch the numbers. But I like this team a lot. Up next, a Western Conference battle: San Jose versus Kansas City. San Jose, a favorite at home. They took care of business, winning 3-1. I believe that they had a center back with 2 goals. Holy smokes. Daniel Mooney is 26-year-old, 6-foot midfielder, $1 million market value. Goodness gracious. Looks like he's been in San Diego his whole life. I'm looking here. I think he might have, let's see, if we go to his career real quick. He had 2 goals in his career before this for the MLS. Not even MLS, just all games for the San Jose. Doubled his goal total in 1 game. Good for him. I'm going to assume they were both heads. No, left-footed goal from a corner and then a header in the second half. So either side of halftime scored there. I don't recognize a ton of their guys, but I know on the bench they've got a sneaky signing. They signed a former FIFA legend and former Chelsea man. Just making sure. Yeah, Timo Werner. He is back over there now. I think he's injured at the moment. He hasn't played in a while. Last game was in Leverkusen beforehand. But yeah, San Jose Earthquakes picking up Timo Werner. What a play. Guys like that will go a long way if he stays a bit healthy and he finds some of the form he had at Leipzig a couple years ago. That could be a crazy pickup for San Jose. I know they lost Arango. He went on loan out to back in, I believe, Ecuador. I think he's Ecuadorian. Don't quote me on that. But he went loaned back to South America, so he's off the books. And they had Joseph Martinez, too. Where did he go? I know Joseph Martinez used to be sick before he tore his ACL. Joseph Martinez. He's in Club Tijuana. Okay, the Venezuelan forward. He had 14 goals last year for he was in the Impact the year before that. I didn't even remember that as that. Or MLS. Jeez, I didn't know he was on these other teams. I just remember him as an Atlanta United guy. Yeah, he was there from their existence. So, God, it's been that long, and United's been in the league. God, I need to do a bit more work here. Yeah, sorry for all the rambling. I'm just kind of going through this, flowing through it as I go. They ended up handling business there. San Diego FC up next. They won 5-0 over the Impact. Now, I don't want to be mean. I know Montreal's not been good for a long time. I don't even know if there's anybody I recognize here. I don't think there is. But San Diego FC, they got some guys. Great game from Yipe Turzov. He got a 9-5. That's one of the best things you ever see. 91 for 97 on passes with 2 key passes. Passes in the opposing half, he was 46 of 50. And he was 5 of 6 on long balls. This shot chart, I almost want to show up to you. Look at this. This is just poetry in motion. He was all over the place. We got a goal from Christopher McAvey, 2 assists from Anders Dreyer, one of the better forwards in the MLS. He is a Denmark, excuse me. He was at Anderlecht in Belgium before this. He was at Midtjylland for a little term as well. A assist looks like here for Marcus Invarksen. He is a striker, another Denmark guy. Oh, they got 2 Danes up front. That's cool. He was played limitly last year. They had a goal from their left winger, Amal Pellegrino, the Norwegian. He's a 35-year-old. Holy smokes. They got a full front line. He signed him in from, looks like San Jose last season. Was at Bodo Glimt for most of his career. And then Henri Vakari scored. If this guy's finished, which he should be based on his name, yep. They have a ton of Scandinavians on this team. How about that? 4 of their front 5. Oh, Ugrasov, what's he? He's Denmark as well. So they have 3 Danes, a Norwegian, and a Finn. So I just need a Swede, and then they can make the whole team up. But on their bench, they got some studs as well. Pedro Soma, Oscar Verhoeven, Alex Mighton, who used to be, I know, in England. He's English. Yeah. He's English. 70K value. That's 700K value is crazy. He was at Nottingham Forest. Yeah, I remember that when he was a young winger, and he was always a big career mode guy you could get. So hopefully he gets his career back on tap here. Emmanuel Boateng, he had like 90 something pace, and then I think they have what's his name? Irving Lozano. Yeah, Irving Lozano's injured, and they also have Lewis Morgan. He's injured. Yeah, a bunch of injuries already. That's tough. So hopefully they get back on track. We'll see how it goes. Let's see what else. And then Portland, Columbus, final game of Saturday. Felipe Mora gets back on track. He's a cam this year. They got Gage Guerrera up front. He is a American, 23. Looks like he's on the FC. Yeah, he looks like he was on a D2 team. Like there's a smaller Timbers logo next to his name. It looks like he was on their feeder team. So they have a homegrown guy coming up. That's awesome. Along with Diego Chara still. One of their solid defenders they've had for a long time. Timbers always a good team. Incredible fan section as always. Then you have the Columbus Crew. I know obviously I have a lot of guys. Cozy is a Columbus Crew fan on the podcast. Maybe we get him to talk about the Crew a little bit. Diego Rossi, of course, comes back and scores a goal. They end up losing 3-2. They gave up a goal in the 88th minute. There was 3 goals in the first 20 minutes, 4 goals in the first half. So that's a fun game. Kevin Kelsey got subbed on. Ariel Lassiter got subbed on as well. There it is. Daniel Gadzag. I know he's from Hungary. He was an unbelievable player for the Union. Yeah, he scored 24, 22, and 19 goals for the Union in 3 straight years. And then he got traded to the Columbus, which I think is cool to do trades in this. Obviously, that's Americanized it, but it's nice to see that there's a little bit of Americanized stuff going on up here. And then, David Pereira de Costa is on the bench. He used to be at Lens. He came over as like a designated player. A lot of assists, but like guys like that is crazy. They come over and they're like bench players in Europe, and they come over to MLS and they just kind of dominate. So we'll see. Hopefully he gets healthy. We can go forward from there. LA Galaxy. I actually did watch this game. I watched both of these games actually. The Sunday games. LA Galaxy with a 1-1 draw over New York City FC. Klaus, João Klaus, the Brazilian, scored in the first minute. Second minute. Well, I always say like minute 30 was on the clock when he scored. So he scored in the first minute, assisted by Marco Reus, the legend, of course. Joseph Painstril and Gabriel Peck still are on the wings. I like betting shots when I'm giving out plays, and Gabriel Peck is a big shot guy. Carlos Garcias, one of their center backs, got a red card, which kind of ruined the game because it was fun. It was back and forth. One of his card got a penalty, the final one, and which Nikas Fernandez scored. I thought it would have been Maxi Morales, but it's this new striker here, Nicolas Fernandez. I say new, he's probably there last year. He was at Elche the year before. They have Augustine Ojeda on the right wing. He's been there for a couple of seasons. They got a bunch of Argentinians up front. So I have sort of noticed that trend. The teams have picked the same ones. But yeah, Maxi Morales, he's been at NYCFC since 2017. Did a quick stint with, I believe it's Estudiantes in 2023. I have a Racing Club, one of the two. Hannes Wolf, left winger. I saw him. He was making some plays. He's Austrian. He's been there for a while. He was at, Red Bulls and Mönchengladbach. I remember that. Overall, that was a good game. On the front, Yoshida came on as one of the guys that I recognize as well. Rodri Puig, I believe he's coming back soon. He tore his ACL in 2024. They think he's going to be coming back soon. It says September 2026. There's no way that's right. For an ACL, you're out almost 18 months. That couldn't be right. He'll be back soon. He was a midfielder. I mean, again, this guy's stats, when you look at him, was crazy. I mean, he was averaging an 8.9. 8.5, excuse me, like a goal and assist a game. It was unbelievable, but he'll be back shortly. They were a slight favorite at home, but then, once the penalty came up, they were like just playing full defense. That's why Yoshida came on in defense. And then Seattle versus Colorado. Seattle was a big favorite. They had a bad injury in the first here, not bad injury, like just like a negative, like they had a sub off Jordan Morris right away. But the guy they brought him on for was Paul Rothrock, scored both goals. Scored a goal and assisted Albert Rusnik, who I believe Rusnik scored 2, but they brought one of his back. I don't remember who exactly it was, but and then there was a foul by, I think it was Sealy. No, it was by the Cobb, the center back for the Rapids. Noah Cobb. It was a VAR check for a while. They thought we were going to send him off. the Colorado, they don't have a ton of guys either. They have Paxton Harrison, the younger brother of Brendan Harrison, Reggie Cannon, the right back. He was over in Europe for a while. He's back. Seattle's loaded again. They got rolled on brothers. They've got Nuholu Tolu, the left back for a while. He was a silver beast in FIFA a couple years ago. Jesus Ferreira's back over in Seattle. I know he was at Dallas for a long time. Yeah, he was at Seattle last season. Didn't have a really good season, but we'll see. Hopefully, he adds on that now. Rusnik, he's back. He's been over there for a while. Or he's like a gold card. You don't have many of those. Jordan Morris, another legend, silver legend, but he got subbed out. So they brought on some guys. They have Sebastian Frey from that penalty shootout they had a long time ago. It tells you my dating knowledge. But yeah, other than that, Rob Holding is on Colorado. How about that? Man, I remember that guy at Arsenal. So yeah, that's what we have for now. Obviously, the top players from the week were the Denis Bouanga, Yepe Turasov, the midfielder from San Diego, and the goalie Christian Kahana. I mean, unbelievable. 2 goals from a couple players. And yeah, we will see going forward how everybody ends up playing first weekend. So I wanted to kind of ease it into it, and we'll see how it goes going forward. I'll get more formats to this going forward, kind of get it going. I just wanted to like kind of get it out there, get it open. So thank you for sticking with me this long. Let me know down below who you're rooting for. I don't have an official MLS team. My team, DCFC, is very, very anti-MLS. Well, the fan groups are, but going forward, we'll kind of warm up to the idea of it. Maybe even talk about some USL Championship stuff because DCFC is coming up soon. So that's all I got for now. Thank you for watching. Let me know down below what you think, and like and subscribe. See you guys next time. Peace.